not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I with a crowd, the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when it can be chain birth, most of chains in the game? Why would I?
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Play action now. Winston. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. The Saints at 8-2 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now this will be a jet sweep. Here's Thomas with it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. Slant pass, Pollard brings it in. And the Saints are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now Winston. Touchdown! Chris Olave with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They go play action here. Mon. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when they decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he has the first down as he's able to reach the ball forward and get past the line to gain.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That tackle for loss earned by Alontae Taylor. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Mon looks to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Mon. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Mon looks to throw on first down. He's got this one completed to Mims. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Mon. On the move to his left. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Rams have got it back to within a score. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. 20. 10, 5, and they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Saints. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, L.A. Denzel Mims. 75 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division. This is intercepted. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it. And the Rams are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
No gain, and it's second down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
To throw again on second down. Mond able to connect with Mims. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Let's go. 38. Check two.
A give up the middle to Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Going right back and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Mond. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, Kamara pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play fake. Winston sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Winston on 3rd and 2. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 2nd and 9, Mond. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Mond out of the shotgun. Dancing to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Taking it about the 16. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action. Winston. Looking long for Thomas. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Seven yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. They run it again with Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Kamara will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. Pollard. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Pollard, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Saints have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Lutz good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On third down, here's a run by Akers. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they've got a fourth down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
Let's go. 33. Yellow.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Mond. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
On the counter, this is Akers. A gain of 3, second down. He's back to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Gay is on for the point after. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Winston to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Winston to throw for it on fourth. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Second down at 7. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. 7 yards there and a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to it. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Here we go. 45, right. Hey, Grant. We don't blue. Hey, confused.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. On the give, this is Akers. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. You told me before it's tough to identify how to block a 3-4 defense. There wasn't a whole lot of blocking there.
And one other thing an offensive line coach told me, if you want to run wide against a 3-4, which is difficult to do because of the speed of the outside linebackers, it's often difficult for your offensive linemen to hit targets in space and create lanes for your guys to run through.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Bond going to throw it. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it, right?
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting. We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. What can Winston do in the OT now? He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. A first down throw for Winston. It's complete. Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That'll give them 8 that time. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. To the air again with Winston. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And play will be stopped here with 10 seconds remaining in overtime as they've called a timeout. Here comes the Saints punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs roll around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams. The fan bases, heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Meh.
Yeah,
MEH, man. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.